This is JC Setting the Record Straight podcast. I'm your host, JC. On this channel, we set the record straight. That means we fact check and correct commonly believed misinformation and propaganda. I'm going to give my response to some ignorant shit that came out of Womansphere's mouth. I have no idea when she actually said it, but I just heard it recently, and it really speaks volumes. So she was describing a YouTuber by the name of Angel Ramirez. I believe his channel is called Everybody Hates Angel. Now, Angel used to be friends with Cynthia G. They used to do a lot of videos together. Now, all of a sudden, she done ditched him, and she hates men. So, she even said that she doesn't listen to any men except for Taz and Q Butter, which, what kind of fucking name is Q Butter? But she claims that those are the only two men that she listens to, which we know is a fucking lie, but we'll go along with it. So, I have a very short clip, but I have a lot to say about it. This little clip was going to speak volumes about her mentality.
I don't want to say this guy's name. But one of the guys that she got really cool with, he does content on black women. He's a very fair-skinned man with good hair. We all know who he is, who I'm talking about.
So, Womansphere thinks that mixed or biracial people have good hair. So, by implication, she's saying that real black people have bad hair. Now, we see these black women walking around with wigs and weaves and whatever the fuck they put on their heads. And they always say it's not out of self-hate, it's just to make their hair manageable. And they want to be able to switch it up, even though they never seem to switch it up. It's the same straight white girl look over and over again. Now, I'm not going to impute what she said to all black women because all black women are not a monolith. So I'm going to only scrutinize her and what she actually said. Because if she thinks that mixed people have good hair and fair skin, or what'd she say, fair-skinned? Oh my gosh, the ignorance of that statement. Then she thinks that real black people have bad hair and I guess our skin is unfair. Like there's something wrong with being black. I mean, it's so ignorant. I can't believe she would say this shit in 2021 or wherever the fuck she said it. I mean, it couldn't have been that long ago. Now, I try to defend black women to a certain extent because I do think that the reason they wear weave or fake hair is to appeal to black men who seem to like long straight hair. But now I'm not so sure. And again, I'm not imputing her statement to all black women, but no, there's some self-hate going on right there. These black women will sit up and complain about black men who choose the biracials and the exoticals who have the long hair. But where did they get this idea? Who taught them that the light skin or fair skin, as she called it, fair-skinned, and mixed hair is good hair?
Who taught you, please? Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man?
Listen, black men are learning this self-hate bullshit from black women. It just is what it is. I can say personally that my mom constantly called me blackie, black ass, you're black like your father. And then my brother, who's like, kind of a red bone, kind of with wavy hair, he was always glorified and, sort of given preferential treatment over me. So black women are the ones who putting this shit out, and then they want to whine when the chickens come home to roost, and then these black men internalize the shit that they learned from black women. i.e. their mothers. And then we want to pretend that black men just came up with this shit on their own. Nobody taught them this. They just learned to think that light-skinned people with long hair are better. Their mothers had nothing to do with it. I guarantee Womansphere has already spread this ignorant bullshit to her 3 unfortunate children. And to my knowledge, she has 3 boys, but imagine if she had a girl. That girl would grow up with so many self-hate issues. Now, this is an issue that Chrissy has discussed ad nauseum. She talks about how colorism and featureism and texturism are not perpetuated just by black men. Black women are the ones promoting this shit. Because even though a lot of black men will choose the light-skinned or white woman over black women, they don't actually verbalize this shit. They don't actually talk about people having good hair. They'll just say, oh, I think that woman is beautiful. I think she's fine. And then when you notice the pattern, you can see that they all have a certain phenotype, but they don't verbalize this shit the way that black women do. Now, I don't know if Cynthia feels the same way as Womansphere, that she thinks that biracials have good hair and fair skin. But I better not ever hear Womansphere complain about black men choosing the light skins and the exoticals and the white women, because she has subscribed and promoted that same white supremacist, colorist, texturist bullshit. Now, we know that Womansphere doesn't want to take responsibility for anything, and she doesn't want any black woman to take responsibility for anything. She's going to try to find a way to blame it on black men. But no, there was no black men involved in that conversation. She voluntarily chose to promote an ideology which is detrimental to black women. I don't know how she's going to pin that shit on men, but I'm sure she's going to find a way. At the end of the day, she thinks that her hair is bad and anything other than black hair is good. I'm sorry, but that statement alone, she has no credibility in my eyes whatsoever. Like, I don't even respect her at this point. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to use the D word. I think she's dumb. Because an intelligent person wouldn't say some shit like that. So she's dumb. I'm done with Womansphere. I mean, what can you say about that? I don't see how she's any different from the black men who she criticizes. She ultimately wants to produce her eggs are already scrambled, but she thinks that biracials are better than black people. And so, I don't know why she didn't have any biracial children, but I'm sure she would have. So I don't know, like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did she want to have biracial children in the first place, and now they're trying to justify it by saying black men ain't shit, so let's go out and have some biracial children? But really, they wanted to do that shit all along just so they could have children with some fucking good hair? Is that what this shit is all about, Cynthia G? You want to produce some biracial children or biracial girls who won't have to wear wigs? Is that what this is all about? This is some shallow, superficial shit. And I already said that shit. I couldn't figure out exactly what it was. And I don't know if I can ascribe her words to Cynthia G, but birds of a feather flock together, and they seem to be on one accord. So, unless Cynthia G, I don't know. Oh my gosh. This is bad. This is really, really bad. I can't believe how dumb Womansphere is. And how many of them in the B1 Raptors think this way? Does Crystalline think this way? Does Irene think this way? They all are out here producing biracial children. Did they do that just to get some fucking good hair? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, because this takes the cake for me. I can't believe what the fuck I just heard. Thanks for your support. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload new content.